it is not essential to explain myself, but still, as I love showing what I'm feeling, how I view things, and just enjoy life, yeah, I will share this. I just recognize I'm smart enough to see the way I dress can be, you know, maybe to some obnoxious. But again, life is short. I feel that people should really try to work on not getting bothered by others' innocent ways of expressing themselves and everything, and just having a good time. I definitely recognize, I can see some people might sometimes see me and be like, looks like a kid dressed himself, whatever you want to say. It looks like none of this looks like it matches or anything and all that. I find it fun. I'm that sort of neurodivergent that does enjoy a lot of color, and I have favorite colors. I like soft things. I like different sorts of fabrics. And I do, I love so many different sorts of styles. Some people may look at my varying looks and be like, oh, this person doesn't know who they are. I like to have fun, and I have such a variety. When it comes to personal appearance, I don't want a solid, just, oh, this is your style or whatever. I have a few different things I like to do at different times. That's just the way I do things. But yeah, for the most part, for a good while, I've found that I do sort of like things that are, labeled as the boho sort of hippie thing. I don't smoke any weed anymore. I don't do anything. But still, just with that sort of thing, I find a lot of these outfits, a lot of the styles, sort of really comfortable, and a lot of times they have cool patterns. I like floral stuff. I like all sorts of different things that are satisfying. You look at it, when I look at it, it's very pleasant, and it like gives off some sort of pleasure thing in the brain where it's just, that's really nice. Look at the colors, look at the patterns, like really pleasant. And I find that a lot of these things, it's sort of a good medium. It can be intense and, maybe it's sort of flashy or whatever, but also it's not super modest or super slutty. It's like, I'm not showing a bunch of skin or anything, and there's nothing wrong with that anyway. I want people to do what they want. There's nothing wrong with showing skin or covering yourself in whatever ways. But I like to, there will be times I've got some things that I'll be doing. I'll wear like a bralette, just like show some people don't really like to even show the abdomen or anything. I want to do that some, and I think that's a cool look. I like that, a long skirt with a small top. I just like that. But also I like tunics a lot, and I like just things that look sort of magical and remind me of fantasy and, different places and ideas of, just bringing some sort of like magic into real life. Like, it makes things, a lot of times it really does boost the mood for me. Yesterday I was sort of just having this state of mind. It's hard to describe. But certain times with those colors and with the things that are frilly and soft and everything, it's just fun. And I think it's important to encourage that, to find things. You don't have to be like me. You don't have to wear things that are colorful, but to find things that bring you joy in different ways. I mean, we need to feel well. You don't need constant surges of happiness, but, in this brief lifespan, this place where we often face difficulty, where, we have strange and, different events that are difficult and things that are trying, and just stressful and everything. Like, let's have people have a good time here and there, you know? Again, it's nothing that should, yeah, I'll state that again, it shouldn't bother anyone. I don't want to, yeah, I want people to have that reaction if they're like-minded, to be like, oh, that's pleasant, that's colorful and everything. But I do wish things about me didn't get stares, like, unnecessary, just like, I wish more stuff was, I wish there is plenty of variety, but, you know, I don't see that many people that are like me and stuff. And a lot of times that can be jarring to people that, you know, passersby and just people I see out and about. Sometimes I get some mean-looking stares. It's unfortunate. For the most part, people are really cool, though. I will say that. The internet is dark, and I've seen that. A lot of times, it's young, white dudes. It doesn't have to be white, but usually, that are nasty about, you know, feminine dudes, or have that fragile masculinity where they're seemingly afraid. It's like, oh, I could never be vegan, I could never do something that's seen as feminine or anything, and just this, I feel so sorry for people feeling locked in that, to where, I saw that just today, a comment on something, yeah, it was like about this vegan dude from some actor or something, some artist, talking about his veganism, and the person was like, well, that's one way to say you're gay. It's like, that is sad, dude. But yeah, in real life, yeah, there have been a lot of nasty people on the internet. But in real life, especially cis women, I've said it before, of course there are TERFs, there's this edge to things where people feel like, you know, trans women or, you know, cross-dressers are stealing womanhood, or like trying to, you know, oppress by their, I assure you, while that may exist, like, a very small and insignificant number of people may try to bother people by lording over women or whatever, the majority of people like me adore women and connect in this way. It's like a natural, like, think about that. Obviously, like, I have an admiration for different women around and in my life and everything, and I have a connection to this, and that's a part of this, and I think it's really cool, and it's just something that naturally occurs, and that it is connecting different aspects of my life, and it's just sort of like a, yeah, just a part of, like a fabric of, part of, it's all tied together. And yeah, so many people, again, like, so many people are feminists and nice people, and like really do want equal rights, want stuff around the world, want people to feel well, not trying to take anything from anyone. But yeah, there are, most people in real life, and at least on Instagram, that have like seen me and stuff, are really cool. I've had people in real life being like, oh, it's an awesome shirt and everything, and, you know, recognize that, you know, nobody's being a dick. And it's difficult when there are people that really view things that way and just make those assumptions where it's, oh, it's terrible. It's like, it's just clothes. It's just identity. It's just identity. It's all these things, but like at the end of the day, with my appearance, how I present myself, like how you see me, that's me. That's how I view myself, and that's having a good time, trying to make myself more comfortable in different ways, and sort of just celebrate this short lifespan. And yeah, people need to reflect on mortality more, whether or not there's any afterlife. Yeah, it feels like there probably is in some weird way. But of course, there are some people that speak about past lives, but, you know, most people, we at least have all of that. We don't remember shit before we were like 5 years old, you know? So it's like, obviously, there may be, if this could be the first life of a lot of people. Who knows? I don't know how it works, but it may just be brain activity. It may just be a complex fucking universe computer inside of us and makes up everything. But I don't feel that way. I'm just giving the benefit of the doubt. You know, I've had some strange coincidences. I've had things that really bring out like the need for a spiritual, not need, but just like automatic, okay, something is going on. It's mysterious and there are forces at work and things. Not everyone has that experience though. So many people are atheists and everything, and oh, it's bullshit, you know. Everything is just, it's all valid. Like, we all have different experiences, but like, I don't like when people just dismiss and call things delusion. Like, anybody that believes in any sort of forces is delusional. I promise you, some of the things that I have witnessed, some of the things, the weird coincidences, sort of like sporadic extrasensory stuff, people, you know, having little premonitions here and there and different things, like, it happens. It really does. And there's no logical explanation for it, no empirical data, no anything. That we're not going to be able to measure things. Maybe we will in the future. There will be ways to see, holy shit, there's something really special going on. And also, there are dark things going on. And it's not just like, it's freaky, but cool. But yeah, this may be everything, and I want to say that. So either way, again, whether or not there's an afterlife, stuff here is special, and we need it all to, we need people and animals feeling their best, and we need to offer, to encourage people trying to feel well, and just celebrating little joys. If it's not doing any harm, like, come on. So allow there to be blessed variety, man. Good stuff. It's really cool. I don't get it. That's just how I am. I like to see the different varying, I like being reminded that while we all have things in common, we're all connected. There's a serious spectrum of the ways people view things and the ways we feel like expressing ourselves and all these things. But yeah, it's just funny. Like, I've seen, I recognize that some of the times my things aren't gonna match so well, and it will just look like I threw some stuff together, because that's how I am. I'm like, this looks cool, this looks cool, this looks cool. So why not have it be an overload of sensory cool, you know? And not all the time. I do like simple things. I don't really like the cool, classy, chic sort of thing that much, though, where it's like I look like business, like I'm ready to be some sort of leader or something. Like, not really. But I like seeing that on others and everything, sort of, just sort of more the neutral colors and the blacks and the grays and sort of maybe more button-up collar stuff and everything that isn't so colorful and weird patterns and everything. And that's cool, but, for others, and I like seeing that. And I like seeing all sorts of things, even, more futuristic or, like, whatever. But for me, most of what I want to do is either I'll have a day where I'm feeling more simple, and it's like, oh, I want to express my love for this band or this video game or whatever, so I'm just going to wear this t-shirt and sweats. And I do like that. There are times that I like people sort of gawking at my bulge or whatever, and it's a little bit of an ego trip, and it's kind of cool. But more often, I feel much better overall wearing something flowy that's not revealing, that is colorful, that has a lot of, it just feels sort of artsy. And again, the patterns, symmetrical or otherwise, they can be flowy and all sorts of things. But yeah, there are going to be people that think that are like, well, that's not fashionable, that doesn't match, that doesn't look right. That's fine. I'm just trying to have a good time. All sorts of people love.